In this video, we will demonstrate how to add a new user account to TrakSYS 8. User accounts may be necessary if there are requirements for securing or controlling access to different dashboards, forms, and reports from within the WebTrak Knowledge Management Portal, which is the common front end for all user interaction in the TrakSYS software. Now, to get us started, we are inside of ModelTrak, which is the configuration management tool for TrakSYS. To add or manage user accounts, we will navigate down to the administration section of the ModelTrak environment. Now, as we can see here on our demo system, we have a number of different users and user groups already created inside of the software. Adding users or user groups is performed by right-clicking on the Users folder over in the navigation and selecting New User from the pop-up menu. This will open up a dialog that allows you to create and add as many different users to the configuration as are necessary. Now, there are a number of different types of users that can be created. To get us started, I am going to put in the name of the user that I wish to create, and the type is controlled from the drop-down that you will see here in the dialog. TrakSYS allows you to either require a user to log in through a form using a local user account. We call these TrakSYS users. Or this can be mapped to a user's window login, either a local login on their computer or a domain or Active Directory login that may be available to them on the network. In this example, we're going to create a local TrakSYS user. And as I do this, please note that there are some other login types that are listed here in the drop-down, which allow us to secure content either by a computer's IP address or by its name, even being able to allow everyone certain types of access. In this example, we're going to create a TrakSYS user, and as we do, I'm going to note that the name is descriptive. The actual login or username that they will use is controlled by this login field here. I'm going to give this account a username and a password. There are some other optional fields here, such as an email address, if this was a user we were going to utilize for dynamic notifications and responses over email. There is also a role that is defined out of the box with the software called administrator, and by checking this, we're stating that this user account will have complete access to all the different functions and capabilities within the WebTrak Knowledge Management Portal, including the ability to set security. We'll click the OK button, which is going to save this user into the configuration. We can see them clearly listed at the top. If we are going to apply rights and privileges by groups of users, then we could add this user account or any of the others to either a new TrakSYS user group or to an existing group. Here highlighted, I have packaging 1 operators. I'm going to right-click and go to the properties for this particular group. And by clicking on the Users tab of the dialog, we can find the new user account for Aaron. Click the Add button, and he has now been assigned to this particular group and will inherit any roles or privileges that are assigned to this group inside of the user front end. With our new user account, let's demonstrate how to actually log in to WebTrak. As you'll see from the page, there is a login button located in the top right of the page. This is going to be available anytime there is no local user that's logged into the system. And using our TrakSYS user accounts, we can click the login button. This will take us to a login form. Enter in our new user, and I'm going to type in a bad password here just to demonstrate that in fact this is authenticating against that user profile that we recently created. Keep in mind that there is a Remember Me checkbox available here, and by selecting that checkbox, it's going to cache this user and their credentials on this particular computer using this browser, whether it's Internet Explorer or another browser. A good way to ensure that you will always be logged in whenever you open up WebTrak from this particular computer. We can now see that we are clearly logged in as Aaron, and any roles, rights, privileges that are assigned to Aaron or to a group that he belongs to, he will now have access to from within the WebTrak Knowledge Management Portal. That concludes this demonstration of how to add users to TrakSYS 8. We hope you found this information to be meaningful, and thank you for your attention.